And the increasing number of school threats and last month's school shooting at Perry High School are prompting lawmakers to take action.
Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rookers in studio tonight. Amanda, a new bill would require more law enforcement at some schools and would allow all school employees to potentially carry weapons.
Right, Ben, Lara, this is a bill from Iowa House Republicans, and it advanced out of a subcommittee today. The bill would require schools with more than 8,000 students to hire at least one school resource officer or a private security guard. And the state would also have grant money available to help schools pay for those positions. The bill would also create a new permit allowing some school staff to carry guns at school.
The state will match up to.
Parents, students, police officers, and school leaders shared both praise and concern Monday.
I oppose this bill completely. More firearms in a space do not make a space safer.
This is long overdue and something we need to do to protect the most precious assets we have in our life.
Weighing in on a bill that would allow Iowa teachers or other school staff to carry guns and weapons.
As a student myself, I can tell you that adding more guns to schools is not going to make me safer. Making schools a war zone is not going to make me feel safer.
Hannah Hayes is a senior at Roosevelt High. She says the bill would make her feel less safe at school.
A study of every intentional school shooting from 1980 to 2019 found that there was no relationship between having an armed officer on the school grounds and the rate of injuries. After controlling for other factors, there were 3 times as many deaths and incidents with armed officers present. The more guns that are coming into the equation, the more volatility and the more risk there is of somebody getting hurt.
Do you have kids?
But David Smith, the superintendent of Spirit Lake School District, disagrees. Last year, his district allowed some school staff to carry guns, but their insurance threatened to drop coverage.
We can't go another day, another month. When people say it's not going to happen to us, it just happened right here in Iowa, and it's going to happen again. And we're asking you to do everything you can to help us get the insurance that we need, put the safety measures in place that we need to make this happen.
In the wake of last month's deadly shooting at Perry High School, Smith says Iowa schools need more protection immediately.
The people who are carrying in our district love our kids, know our kids. They're willing to put their lives on the line to protect others, to protect kids that are not their own. All I'm asking is to give those people a chance to go home to their families, unlike the Perry principal. Because we know once the shooter is addressed, they engage with us, they stop killing people. They stop killing other people.
And there are lots of requirements to getting a permit. Anyone who wants a permit would have to complete legal, medical, and communication training each year. School employees carrying guns would also have to attend a, quote, live scenario training each year and quarterly in-person firearm training. Republican lawmakers say they do plan to make some changes to this bill to address insurance issues some schools are facing. Ben.
Okay, Amanda, thank you. There are other bills aimed at increasing school safety here in Iowa. The House and Senate are both working on cracking down on swatting calls. Both versions will be making it past the first funnel deadline. And a Senate bill would make districts responsible for making a plan in case a school's fire alarm is activated by a school shooter. In most cases, students are taught to get out of the building as quickly as possible.